What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm recording this fairly early in the morning before I head off to work. Hopefully this evening I'm going to be getting those cards running back there and getting everything plugged in, and then I want to get it all cleaned up. I can't wait to actually have everything buttoned back up. So it's always a work in progress. But today we are talking about a P106 100. This is a 6 gigabyte mining card from yesteryear. So it runs off of one single 6-pin PCIe power, and then you just plug it in, and it's got no displays. So there are some variation in these cards that do have an HDMI out, but 99% of them do not. This is basically a GTX 1060 6 gig for all intensive purposes. I could get about 23 mega hash out of this one, pushing it up, but yeah, it's nothing new. So a lot of people were asking me about it, and I just actually sold this graphics card, so I'm on the way to go get it shipped out. I was probably going to do that on my lunch break. A fellow Discord member, I made him a deal on it. He let it, he wanted it. The biggest drawback, in my opinion, to these cards, other than the fact that they're not exactly considered energy efficient anymore, is a lot of them don't have fans mounted to them. They do make aftermarket fan brackets, and I had just literally a case fan sitting up against it. But for a lot of my rigs, especially this one was on a riserless rig where they were fairly close together, I had to keep a box fan blowing towards it because it just would not stay cool. And these cards, when they don't get cool, just like everything else, they throttle back. These start throttling it back in the 80, I think it was like 82 degrees Celsius range. It would pull back to like 15 mega hash. But if you would keep it below, say 78, 75 Celsius, this thing will do a solid 22, 23 mega hash. We'll go over the profitability, and then we'll talk more about the card here. So just going on NiceHash, they already have a P106 100 listed in their database. 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So after power, you're profiting $1.59 a day. Before power, you're looking at $1.83 a day, and they actually rate this card at 24.5 mega hash at 90 watts. That's pretty close. So by today's standards, not energy efficient, but it still does make money. Now, would I recommend anybody buying these things? Everything is all about what you can get into it, hash per dollar wise. So if you can get a good deal on them and you have a solution to be able to keep them all cool, then I'd say rock with it and go with it. Now, the only thing is when you have one of these mixed in with a bunch of other normal graphics cards, and you have to literally run a box fan just to keep one card cooled off, that was the only part. That was the main reason why I'm getting rid of this card. It's just, it was just not in a good spot. And now that I'm putting all the cards into the closet, and it just didn't flow well. So I freed up that spot, so now I can fill it with a higher end card. And yeah, it just keep that ball rolling. So I sold this one for 150 bucks plus shipping. Obviously, probably well under market value, but I'd have a hard time feeling good about myself selling these for what they're going for on eBay, because I think they're going like unusually high. So P106 100. Buy it now, lowest price. That one's parts only. Buy it now, lowest price is $369. A 24 mega hash card for 300 bucks, 370 bucks is absolutely insane. Cost per mega hash, let's see here. So 370 divided by 24, you're looking at 15.4. So you're paying top dollar for a card that came out years ago. That's not even very energy efficient. So you'd be better off paying $15 a mega hash for a much newer card that has a lot higher efficiency. So you're not burning as much power for the amount of mega hashes that are coming out, if that makes sense. So I'd say this is a solid avoid these cards for anything. What's 200 bucks at? 200 divided by 24. That's $8. So what, anything under 250 bucks, that keeps it right around that $10 per mega hash. I don't know. It's hard for me to even recommend those. Maybe if you could get a full set of them for a decent price, and then you could put them in like a server case where it's forcing air through all of them. That's how these are designed. These are definitely designed to have air forced through them. Now, if you can get the ones with fans on them already, then you don't have to worry about that. It's odd, all of these actually have fans on them. So it used to be that you would almost exclusively see the ones with just a aluminum heatsink. So I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, yeah. So just a little update on some old P106s. These did cut. Let's look at the actual P106 100, the specs for when these bad boys came out. They have 1280 CUDA cores, 6 gigabytes of memory, GDDR5. They came out in June 19th, 2017, so they're over 4 years old now. And they're positioned right beside a 1066 gig, right above a RX 5500. Yeah, relative performance. So P106 100 mining. I think it was Linus Tech Tips did a video showing how you can actually game on one of these cards, and you can process the video, or you can do the processing on this card and do the video out through another card, or maybe he did it through integrated graphics, but it still wouldn't be necessarily a great experience because you're looking at 1066 gig performance. So resale value, when the market goes down, these things are dirt cheap. I think I have like $100 and something in this one, maybe 150 total once I've paid for shipping and everything. These cards are I imagine whenever the market comes back down, these things will be under $100 easy. So if you want these cards, I don't know why you would want them. There's really, it's hard for me to recommend these for any other situation other than the fact that if you could get them super cheap. So even for new guys like getting into mining, one of the things I can always be like, oh, it's great to grab this card because you can play some games on it in the meantime while you're not mining. Can't really do that on this. It doesn't make a ton of money, and they're expensive, so maybe we just avoid them. But anyway, other than that, I'm not going to hold you guys up. Thanks for watching. This is Brandon, of course, as always. Clearing up a couple questions on my last video. I picked up a 3060 Ti from a local seller, or, you know, a lot of people were saying scalper, and it was really weird. It was kind of polarizing. I read the comments. Some people were like, oh my God, no way you bought one for $800. That's way too cheap. And then other people were like, oh my God, I would never pay $800 for that. You're supporting the scalpers. Like, the spectrum of comments was totally all over the place. And it's like, it always baffles me, the people that are like, oh, I'm never going to pay that much for a graphics card. And typically those are the guys that they can afford to have the time to go camp, or a lot of times those are the guys with no graphics cards. Now, am I telling people to go out and like support scalpers? No, I don't like scalpers, but it's an unnecessary evil that's popped up because of all this profitability and all this demand. If anything, I'm not mad at the scalpers. I'm upset with like the companies and the fact that they can't keep up with supply, and also their pricing is off and skewed. In my opinion, if Founders Edition cards, if they raised their prices, it would absolutely suck. It really would. But it would dissuade and put off a lot of scalpers. If these cards were selling for more money, there wouldn't be as much of a margin for profit for scalpers, and I don't think there would be as many scalpers. The Founders Edition cards have the most amount of profit built into them, just because, yeah, they're the cheapest. So, anyway, just trying to clear that up, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, he's helping the scalpers. And I guess, yeah, I am. But I feel like if I'm not growing, then I'm stagnant. So my little like mental goal to myself is I need to try to buy a card whenever my farm can pay one off. So right now I can afford to buy one about once a week. So if I have to buy a scalper card, it really sucks because it slows down my growth. But if I can buy some reasonable price cards or even MSRP cards, then I can grow at a faster rate. But I got to keep growing. Got to keep that ball rolling. Never stop. And realistically, I'm not going to overextend myself until the price comes way down and people start selling off in droves. When that happens, that's when it's time to really double down and buy a bunch of stuff. Right now, slow growth. Whenever it goes down, explosive growth. Hope that clears up some questions, because people are like, oh my God, he's just going to waste all his money and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. It's mining. It's mining. Like I'm generating the money. Got to do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Invest it in the hardware. Anyway, I need to get off here. I'm ranting. It's hot. It is currently, let me see if it'll pick this up. 99 degrees. So I'm gonna blow this pop stand. Later, guys. Peace. Peace. Oh, if you need a motherboard, Parallel Miner I got an email. They did a restock on H110 Pro BTCs. So I think there's like let's actually go look. There we are. Okay, Pro BTCs. There's 138 of them back in stock. They were down to like 20. So that's pretty cool. And I believe all the power supplies are back gone. Let's see here. The power supply kits that I prefer. Oh, 35 of them in stock. So they had a couple. Because there was like over 200 of them just a few days ago. Anyway, guys, take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Adios. All those things. Later.